Well, hey guys, let's get right into this week's video. This week, I'm making cube steaks. These delicious, tender steaks come together so quick and easy. Can't wait to share this recipe with you. So I'm not going to hold you. Let's get to the countdown. Okay guys, so in this bowl, I have about 10 cube steaks. And let's get to seasoning. I'm going to add some house Italian dressing. You can add whatever your favorite dressing of Italian dressing is. We're going to add a nice couple of glugs of that. Going to go in with some Sasson Tropical. Just like that. We're going to do a little paprika, so just help with the browning. I'm going to go in with some complete seasoning. Going to go in with some Montreal steak seasoning. And just so you know, this has what's in here. You have coarse salt, spices, black pepper, red pepper, garlic, onion. So it has just about, it's almost like a complete seasoning. I'm going to go in with a little onion powder. You already know. Guys, I almost forgot, but I needed to add some paprika, and I'm going to add some flour. I'm going to start with about 2 tablespoons, and let's see. Might need about 3 or 4. I'm not trying to really dredge them in the flour. I just want enough just to sort of coat a little bit. So now I'm going to mix them up. I have my gloved hands, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so our cube steaks are in our pan, and I'm just going to let them fry off just until they release from the pan, and I'm going to flip them on the other side, and we're going to keep going. So I'll be back when it's time to flip. Okay guys, so you see I've turned, we have some decent color on the edges there. This one I don't think is quite ready. Now it can go a little longer. So I'll be back. We're just going to keep frying and browning on both sides. Okay guys, so our first 3 are done. I browned on both sides. You just want to go until you achieve a little browning on both sides, or until it releases from the pan. Okay guys, so I have my pan on high. I've added my onions and peppers. You can add as much as you like. This is just a large cut green pepper and a red pepper. And I have about 2 medium-sized onions in here. And I'm going to add some better than bouillon. So let me get that. I'm going to add some water. Thank you. And I'll be using the roasted beef base from Better Than Bouillon. Add that. I'm going to add another one. Okay, I'm just going to stir that in. A little browning from Kitchen Bouquet, probably about a tablespoon. I'm going to stir that, making sure that the bouillon has melted into the water and making us have some beef broth. And it does need a little more, so I'm going to add a little more to our water. Inga's going to put the cube steaks in the pan. they were nice and thin, so I didn't have to pound them out anymore because they had enough thinness. They're very thin, so these shouldn't take that long to cook. But if you know, cube steak is not a very tender cut of beef, so I'll let you know how long they take to cook. So I'm just going to fix these in our pan a little bit, and I'm going to cover them, and I'll be back in about a half an hour. We'll see how they're doing. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour, and as you can see, they're starting to cook down. The vegetables are cooked down nice. So these are good to go. Just gotta finish cooking. Alright, so we'll check back in about another half an hour. And here's what we have. So these have been cooking for about an hour, and I can tell that they are nice and tender. So I have a flurry here of some cornstarch, about 2 teaspoons or 2 heaping teaspoons of cornstarch and a little water. Just going to pour that right in. I'm just going to get that incorporated so they can start to thicken and make our gravy. And if you need a little more water, you can always add a little more. It just depends on how thick you really want your gravy to be. Alright, so this is looking good. Just going to let this thicken up, and I'll be back. Look how tender. Wow. Alright guys, be right back. Alright guys, these are done. So you know what's next. Just look how tender. Wow. See that? So you know what's next. The taste. Alright guys, look how delicious this looks. Let me just show you how tender. Cut it with a fork. All right, let's get to tasting. All right, guys, take a look, take a look. Let's taste. I had to get one more piece. Guys, that is so good. Follow this recipe. Like, comment, share. But wait a minute. Let me get Inga to taste this, because she is staring a hole. You can't see her, but she is in front of me, and she is staring a hole at this plate here. So let me get her to taste and see what she thinks. Give a taste and let me know how it tastes for the public. All educational purposes for sure. Well,
they better watch it.
They better watch it.
Because I'm going to eat it all if they're not careful. This
Threats,
is delicious.
folks. Threats.
This is really good.
Now cut that beef with your fork so they can see how tender it is. Is that what we call fork tender, in?
Yes, it just fell right off.
So good.
Another opportunity for another bite.
Go ahead. So good?
Mm-hmm.
So good. All right, gang, what we going to tell these people to do?
Like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends and family about what Adrian thinks.
That's right. Tell your mommy, your auntie, your uncle and them. And while you're at it, tell them what I'm doing in this kitchen, y'all, and what Adrian thinks. Until next time, Cube Steak
Out.
out. Bye-bye. Cue the music.
Bye. Adrian, this is so good. I'll put this down.